Hi, we are Team DietCode, and this is NovelGraph, research hypothesis generation powered by Cognee and AI agent. NovelGraphs transform research paper into explorable knowledge graph and identifies untested method and dataset combination and generates evidence-backed research hypothesis using a generator and a critic agent loop. I will walk through this through the Streamlit app. First, this is the overview page. It shows the current research paper workspace, how many papers are loaded, how many knowledge nodes Cogni extracted, and how many relationships exist in the graph. The goal is to make a paper collection feel less like a folder of PDF and more like a structured research memory. Now I will go to add papers. Here we can upload text file, Markdown, CSV, and Word documents or PowerPoint files. So I am adding these three documents. When we will build the knowledge graph, Novel Graph sends the document to Cogni using our own custom schema. For PDF, we process them into rich markdown first and preserving text layout and tables. Optional figure captioning can also describe diagram or charts using a vision model. The, s- the schema extracts five entities: paper, method, dataset, task, and result. This lets Cogni build relationship like this paper uses this method and this task or this dataset supports this task and this results come from this method. Next is the chat tab. This is a grounded Q&A interface over the local Cogni graph where we can ask question like something like this, and it will give response from the research papers, and this is the response. And we can also create a graph using vision models. The the app keeps short in session memory, so follow-up questions work naturally, but the answer remain grounded in the graph rather than the being general chatbot response. For example, if a method data set, each candidate shows shared task and neighbor and lexical similarity. So finally, the graph section that lets us inspect the actual extracted knowledge. We can browse entity types like paper, method, dataset, node, task results, and filter them by name. If a graph visualization has been generated, that the app can also display Cogni's interactive graph view directly inside Streamlit. Behind the scenes, the full pipeline goes further. After novel graph finds a novel pair, it checks temporal novelty, generates a hypothesis, and sends it through a line graph based genetic and critic loop. The generator proposes a research hypothesis while the critic verifies whether every cited claim is actually supported by exact graph, node, or relationship. Approved by hypothesis, then retrieve evidence using cognitive triplet search. So, novel graph is not just summarizing paper; it is turning paper into structured research, graph finding an explored combination, and helping research move from literature review to testable hypothesis. That is novel graph by team. Right.